Unfaithful women do these things to men. Have you ever trusted someone so deeply only to wake up one day realizing they were never really yours? What if the woman lying beside you, smiling, affectionate, and caring, was secretly living a life of deception? In today's video, we're diving into a raw, revealing truth: the types of women men must avoid if they want a loyal, lasting relationship, and how to recognize the hidden signs before it's too late. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong, where we trade illusions for truth, where emotions are felt but not obeyed, where clarity is power and discipline is freedom. This is not just a channel, it's a mindset. It's a journey of conscious living. Let's begin. Amanda, a beautiful trap. Amanda was the kind of woman who could stop a room cold, not with noise, but with presence. She was elegant without effort, intelligent without showing off, beautiful in a way that made you question your own reality. To the world, she was the complete package, the definition of charm, grace, and success. To the men who admired her, Amanda wasn't just attractive, she was addictive. A fantasy wrapped in silk, soft on the outside, unknowable within, mysterious, alluring, irresistible. But behind all that grace was a truth most men weren't ready for. Amanda didn't believe in loyalty. She believed in moments, in sparks, in conquest, in the high of being wanted. She changed lovers the way others change seasons, swiftly, without guilt, and without ever looking back. To her, men weren't partners. They were chapters, short stories in her book of control. One of them was Tom. A good man, strong, focused, a builder of things. His career, his home, his character. He had everything, except the deep connection he thought Amanda might finally bring into his life. And for a while, she gave him that illusion. She smiled in all the right moments, listened like she truly cared, touched him in ways that felt real. She made Tom believe he mattered. But one night, that illusion shattered. He saw her, same red dress, same perfume, in the arms of another man. Not hidden, not ashamed, as if Tom had never existed. He didn't feel rage. He felt something colder. Silence. The silence of a man realizing he was never the one, never chosen, just next in line. Amanda didn't cry. She didn't explain. She looked at him with calm eyes and whispered, "You knew what this was." And maybe, deep down, he did. Because men like Tom, good men, often fall for women like Amanda. Not because they're stupid, but because they're human. They want to believe. They want to be seen. They want love, even if it's fake for the other person. And Amanda? She taught him the most painful, most important lesson of all. Never confuse attention with affection. Never mistake chemistry for character. And never offer your loyalty to someone who feeds on your vulnerability. Amanda's story isn't rare. She walks among us, wrapped in perfect smiles and perfect lies. But a wise man only needs one glimpse behind the mask to walk away for good. From the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you, no matter where you are in the world, for taking the time to watch this video. Your presence and support are the driving force that keeps me creating and sharing. No words can truly capture the depth of my appreciation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And thank you for walking this journey with me. Love, in its purest form, is built on two simple pillars: trust and honesty. Between a man and a woman, when those two things exist, loyalty comes naturally. But as time passes, not every heart remains the same. Many people change in silence, and even worse, they become experts at hiding it. We brush it off, saying, sex is just human nature, and it is. But the problem begins when that natural instinct is no longer reserved for the one you love. If intimacy is shared casually with others, outside the sacred space of your relationship, what's left to call loyalty? Most people, no matter how open-minded they appear, can't truly accept betrayal. It breaks something deep within. And yet, in the modern world, it happens more than we like to admit. So, gentlemen, a real question needs to be asked. When choosing a life partner, what type of woman should a man be wary of? How can you tell if a woman carries the seed of promiscuity in her soul, even before anything happens? In this video, I'll walk you through a few dangerous archetypes, women whose behaviors, often subtle at first, are clear signs of emotional or physical infidelity waiting to happen. These are the women who can betray not just your heart, but your entire faith and love. The first type is easy to overlook, because society often mislabels her as friendly or social. But deep down, she has no sense of personal boundaries with the opposite sex. For her, closeness is casual. Touching, flirting, sharing laughter, even inappropriate contact, are just part of daily interaction. You'll notice her in group settings, especially around men. She speaks freely, laughs too loudly, and touches shoulders or hands with ease. She's quick to offer her number, quick to lean in close. At first, it may feel flattering. She seems confident, warm, perhaps even magnetic. But behind that glow is often a cold truth. She thrives on male attention, not on real connection. Some women like this may have no malicious intent. But others? They know exactly what they're doing. They've mastered the game of seduction. They blur the line between affection and flirtation, until it becomes impossible to tell which is which. And that's the trap. Why do men often fall for this kind of woman? Because gestures like lingering eye contact, light physical touch, and sultry laughter awaken a man's instincts. It creates a false sense of intimacy. He doesn't see the red flags, he sees desire. To make it more dangerous, these women are often very good at presenting themselves attractively. They know how to dress, how to pose, how to speak. They're often active in social circles, charming at events, and connected with many people, which makes it harder to question their intentions without looking jealous or controlling. But there are clear signs, if you know how to read them. In crowded spaces, she'll allow men to hold her, touch her in areas most women would find too intimate, without blinking. She might even laugh it off, acting as though it's nothing. But it's not nothing. It's a powerful message. She doesn't value the space between her and another man. And if she doesn't value that, how will she value you? Even when in a relationship, women like this often continue to behave freely, claiming it's just who I am, while hurting their partner in the process. So take a moment and ask yourself, have you ever seen a woman who craves the spotlight of male attention but hides it behind the mask of confidence? If yes, be cautious. That's just the beginning. Because the second type we're about to explore may shock you even more. She doesn't go after single men. She targets married ones. We just uncovered one of the most dangerous types of women, the kind who blurs all boundaries with men, even in public. But the truth gets darker. Because the second type, she doesn't just flirt, she targets married men. Yes, In many ways, the fault doesn't lie entirely with women. Let's be honest. Some married men invite trouble. They enjoy being chased. They're flattered by the attention of younger or more seductive women. But gentlemen, let me warn you, when you entertain that attention, you open the door to danger. These women don't approach married men by accident. They have very specific motives, and they know exactly what they're doing. So what are they really after? The first reason is clear as day: money. Many of these women are drawn to men who are already established, who have power, status, and the ability to spend without thinking twice. And these married men? They're often willing to spend. In fact, they enjoy spoiling someone on the side. It feeds their ego. It makes them feel desired again. But money isn't the only thing on the table. The second reason is sex. That's right. These women know that married men, especially older, wealthier ones, often come with experience. They know how to pamper. They know how to please. And for women who crave attention and indulgence, this makes married men the perfect target. You might be thinking, surely this doesn't happen often. But sadly, it happens more than you think. There are women out there whose sole purpose is to hunt down men who are already taken. They see a successful, confident man with a ring on his finger and immediately think, I want that, and I'll do whatever it takes to get him. Once these women set their sights on someone, they don't care about the consequences. They're not worried about breaking up a family. They're not afraid of judgment, gossip, or the pain they might cause another woman. All they care about is winning, even if the prize is another woman's husband. And here's the chilling part. Even if one day you choose to make her yours, to leave everything behind and build a life with her, can you ever trust that she won't do the same to you later on? Because a woman who once betrayed another may betray you too. This is why such a woman is absolutely not suitable for marriage, for commitment, or for building a life with. You'll never know when the betrayal will happen again, but you can be certain you'll be the one left broken when it does. But that's not all. There's a third type of woman you must never ignore, one whose lifestyle crosses every line of dignity. And her actions may shock you even more than the others. Earlier, we exposed a painful truth. Some women deliberately pursue married men, driven by money or lust, and feel no guilt in destroying others' happiness. But heartbreak doesn't always come in the form of homewreckers. Sometimes, it hides behind a pretty smile right in a woman's own home. The third type of promiscuous woman is the one who brings men home far too easily. Let me ask you something. What kind of woman invites different men to her place, sometimes people she barely knows, and does so without hesitation over and over again? You've probably seen or heard about women like this. They invite men into their rooms or homes as if it were as casual as ordering coffee. One week it's this guy, the next it's someone else. Whether they've known each other for months or just met hours ago, it doesn't matter. There's no filter, no standards, no hesitation. These women are often seen as unstable, not because they lack charm or beauty, but because they lack emotional grounding. They change lovers, like changing outfits. Love to them isn't sacred. It's a passing thrill, a transaction, a test run. For them, the more men they experience, the more powerful they feel. They tell themselves it's freedom, sexual freedom, emotional independence, but the truth is, it's a dangerous illusion. Over time, they lose the ability to bond, to connect deeply. It's like playing with knives. Sooner or later, someone's going to bleed. And here's the cruel irony. They think by sampling many men, they'll eventually find the right one. But can someone truly find real love when loyalty and self-respect are missing? Can you build something lasting when every man is just another test subject? The sad answer is no. These women rarely find true love, not because they don't deserve it, but because they don't know how to recognize it anymore. And for the men who fall for them, it almost always ends in bitterness, disappointment, betrayal. That's why this type of woman is never the one to marry, or even to trust with your heart. The fourth type is subtler, but equally dangerous. She's the woman who easily accepts dates and gifts from any man, even without affection. Now, at first, you might think, that doesn't sound so bad, but let's look closer. Decent women, the kind who respect themselves and others, don't casually accept invitations or receive gifts from men they don't like. Why? Because they understand that actions carry meaning. They don't want to send the wrong signals, lead anyone on, or create false hope. But the woman we're talking about here, she's the opposite. Any man who asks her out, she says yes. Any man who offers a gift, she accepts it. No matter how lavish, no matter the intentions, she rarely, if ever, says no. You might see her surrounded by men, charming, confident, beautiful, but there's something deceptive in her smile. She lets men believe she's interested, when all she really wants is their attention, their time, and their money. Many men fall for it. They think, she took my gift, maybe she has feelings for me. But in truth, she feels nothing. She doesn't love them. She doesn't even like them. She just loves the benefits. This behavior isn't just manipulative, it's a trap. It wastes your time, drains your wallet, and leaves your heart bruised. And society? It rarely blames her. Instead, it mocks the man for being too small, too emotional, too naive. But shouldn't the question be asked the other way around? Why accept something from someone if you never had feelings for them to begin with? Some women have even taken gifts worth hundreds of millions, all while giving nothing in return, not even a shred of real affection. So gentlemen, remember, if she easily accepts your gifts but never gives you her heart, she's not the one. She's not being kind. She's being careless with your emotions. Even if she's beautiful, even if she's sweet, a woman with this nature will only bring you frustration, confusion, and loss. And then, there's the fifth type. She's not just flirtatious. She's the one who surrounds herself with multiple men, treats all of them like lovers, but truly loves none. How is she different from the others? She doesn't just date one or two men at a time. She splits her schedule, seeing one in the morning, another at night. She laughs, cuddles, kisses, and sometimes even sleeps with all of them. But ask her who she truly loves, and you'll hear silence. These women are dangerously charming. They're smart, they're attractive, and they know how to make each man feel special. But in reality, every man is just a piece on her board, and she's the only one playing the game. Men, don't waste your time chasing women like this. They're not looking for love. They're looking for power, control, ego. They are a trap, beautifully wrapped, but hollow inside. So now, we've walked through the 5 most dangerous types of promiscuous women, the ones men should never consider marrying, or even keeping close. They don't offer love. They bring drama, heartbreak, and regret. Not every woman deserves your heart. Not every smile means love. Real strength isn't in chasing beauty. It's in walking away from what will break you. Choose wisely. Love with courage. But never trade your peace for chaos. Because a man who knows his worth is a man no one can destroy. Thank you for your time. If an idea in this video touched you, let it settle in your heart. Each time you return, You might hear something new. Perhaps it will reach even deeper. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video, where we'll take another step together on this journey of inner discovery.